the alternative is not feasible. We do need police, but it is a lot of power. So you should pick much more carefully the kind of people who you're giving that power to. You're giving them a monopoly on violence.
I don't think they care, because here's why.
You and I.
They don't. When those cops go out and do something bad,
Yeah.
the police don't get the bill. Like, the police, nothing happens to the police department. It all goes to City Hall. They have to pay it.
Right.
The police still get their money. Nobody loses a dime.
Right.
Now, if you made police get insurance, now is, do you want to be a racist or you want to keep your badge? Because if you keep getting these complaints or you keep brutalizing people and costing us money, we're going to take away your insurance, but we're taking away your badge. You out of a career. So it's the insurance company call. But the police won't do that.
But it's always an opinion.
A doctor has to get insurance. Why not a cop?
The hard part of it is because cops are engaging with borderline people as their job. They're not engaging with the people who are just going about their lives, not doing anything shady generally.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're scared, and we've covered that. They shouldn't put their safety ahead of the citizens. But that's who you deal with. I had a cop on my old show, Politically Incorrect, and he said, when I worked in the Spanish neighborhood, I hated Spanish people. When I worked in the black neighborhood, I hated black people. And when I worked in the valley, I hated white people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
Yeah, because you're dealing with, people at their worst. You're dealing with people at their worst every day. I think it's not an everyday job. I think cops should go in every other day, for one.
Like basketball
Just take
players.
some stress off. Yeah, get yourself ready.
No one
for
can
the
play
next
82 games a
Because you
year.
never know what that guy went through in them last 10 or 12 hours.
No.
So, but I think by not putting some kind of personal responsibility on the officers, then you lead to a George Floyd situation. This guy had, over 20 complaints. You know what I mean? He wouldn't have been on the force to be able to do that. You know what I mean? He would have been some insurance company would have been like, dude, you got one more.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You're booted.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're costing us money with these complaints.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that I think
it doesn't go to City Hall, doesn't go to the taxpayer.
Right.
Is and guys would think twice about being excessive.
Right.
You need force.
Right.
It's the excessive force.
No, everybody wants to find that right line.
Yeah.
It's hard, but it is hard when you're a cop because you don't know until after the situation is over. Now, in the case of George Floyd, completely unnecessary because he was no threat. He's on the ground. It's just being a dick, which turned into being.
That's the problem. It's not.
No,
it's an incident went wrong.
No.
Something went bad.
It's just
a cop. Split-second decision, made the wrong decision, killed a guy. But it's the torture. It's the abuse. It's the taking it too far.
Okay, but O'Shea Jackson, I must tell you,
Senior.
The difference.
I don't want you to mistake me for my son. I know we look alike.
I should flatter you and say, why? I thought you were brothers, but plainly you're the father. Anyway, but the difference between 2023 or whenever that happened, 2020, and back in your day, writing your songs, is that back then what they would have said is, we checked the police manual and it is completely exactly as it says in the manual. You put your knee on his head until he's dead. That is what it would say.
And they would have took a bow and said good night.
He's in jail.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just acknowledge, we're not saying there's no work to be done.
But has the police changed? Did the police put him in jail?
I think when you listen to police chiefs around the country, many of whom are African American, you hear very different.
A lot of them have no power, though, or very
As
little.
Police chief?
As police chief.
Why do you say that?
Well, it's because, for one, they're elected officials that's not really coming out this rank and file. If they come out the rank and file, they have their power. But sometimes they put these, they grab these police
they're
chiefs.
Cops.
They got these police chiefs and put them in place. And
you mean like William Bratton?
A lot of those guys are the last to know what their guys is doing on the street. They're just the last to know. It's kind of like when it's like, running your show. Sometimes when it's fucked up, somebody's like, who gonna go tell Bill? And you're the last to know, and you're like, why y'all didn't tell me this shit 3 hours ago when I could have did something about it?
Yeah.
So I think they're caught up with the mayor and the news conferences and the fundraising and the kissing babies and
right.
hi, I'm the mayor shit, and they don't know what the hell, they're lieutenants and they're captains and they're they kick ass.
We used to have a mayor here, Anthony
Villarodosa or some shit like that.
I feel bad. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I met him a couple times.
Forgive us, Anthony. We're both stoned. Villarodosa.
Yeah.
Villarodosa, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for watching the clip. Hit the subscribe button now so you never miss out on our Club Random content that's posted daily.